Wilhelm Maybach was technical director of the Daimler Motorengesellschaft, DMG, until he left in 1907.
On the 23rd of March 1909, he founded the new company, Luftfahrzeug Motorenbau GmbH, literally, Aircraft Engine Building Company, with his son Karl Maybach as director. In 1912, they renamed it to Maybach Motorenbau GmbH, Maybach Engine Construction Company. The company originally developed and manufactured diesel and petrol engines for Zeppelins, and then rail cars. Its Maybach MB EVA was used in aircraft and airships of World War I. The company first built an experimental car in 1919, introduced as a production model 2 years later at the Berlin Motor Show. Between 1921 and 1940, the company produced a variety of opulent vehicles, now regarded as classics. The company also continued to build heavy-duty diesel engines for marine and rail purposes. Maybach had a British subsidiary, Maybach Gears Limited, that specialized in gearboxes. In 1938, in conjunction with Dr. Henry Merritt, they produced a gearbox and steering system, the Merritt Maybach, for the abortive Nuffield A-16E1 cruiser tank design. During the Second World War, Maybach produced the engines for most of Nazi Germany's tanks and half-tracks. These included almost all the production tank engines through Panzer I, II, III, IV and V, the Tiger Iron II, Maybach HL-230, and other heavy tanks, and also engines for half-tracks such as the SD, KFZ, 251 personnel carrier and prime movers like the SD, KFZ. 9. The engine plant was one of several industries targeted at Friedrichshafen.
After WW2, the factory performed some repair work, but automotive production was never restarted, and some 20 years later, the company was renamed MTU Friedrichshafen.
Daimler-Benz purchased the company in 1960. Post-1960, the company was mainly used to make special editions of Mercedes cars in the W108 and W116 model range, which were virtually hand-built. These cars however carried the Mercedes badge and serial numbers.
Rolls-Royce Power Systems AG, based in Friedrichshafen, used to manufacture the commercial Maybach diesel engines under the MTU brand through its subsidiary MTU Friedrichshafen GmbH. They even insisted that auto journalists, who usually test drive the vehicle, ride in the backseat.
Another suggestion for Maybach's struggles was that parent Daimler had failed to differentiate it from its Mercedes-Benz brand. While all three ultra-luxury marques share platforms and engines with other luxury brands from their parent auto company, Maybachs are built alongside the Mercedes-Benz S-Class flagship sedan, whereas Rolls-Royce and Bentley are assembled in England, separate from the rest of BMW and Volkswagen Group's respective production plants, and thus are regarded as being more exclusive. Furthermore, the Maybach's pedigree was virtually unknown outside of Germany, unlike its British rivals which have long enjoyed renown worldwide. Indeed, the 2006 Rolls-Royce Phantom's interior evokes memories of a 1930s car, while the Maybach 57S's inside makes no reference to its marque's history.
In November 2011, Daimler's CEO Dieter Zetsche announced that the Maybach brand would cease to exist in 2012, making room for other models of the Mercedes-Benz S-Class.
The Maybach limousines were still being sold up to the year 2013, but after that, the name, Maybach, would not be used anymore. On the 14th of August 2012, parent Daimler AG announced the official discontinuation of Maybach by releasing a price sheet officially discontinuing the Maybach 57, 57S, 62, 62S and Landaulet. On the 17th of December 2012, the last Maybach vehicle was manufactured in Sindelfingen. The company announced that the line would be replaced by the next generation of the Mercedes-Benz S-Class, model W222, due for the 2014 model year, particularly the long-wheelbase S-Class Pullman. An executive told a Frankfurt newspaper that Daimler came to the conclusion that the sales chances for the Mercedes brand were better than that of Maybach.
Rear seats of a Mercedes Maybach S650 in November 2014, Daimler announced the revival of the Maybach name as a sub-brand of the Mercedes-Benz S-Class, W222, positioned as an upscale version akin to the more sporty Mercedes-AMG sub-brand.
In anticipation of its April 2015 launch, the flagship Mercedes Maybach S600 was unveiled at car shows in Los Angeles, United States, and Guangzhou, China, 21, and the production model at the 2015 Geneva Motor Show. 22. During the facelift, the S500 and S550 were redesignated S560 and the flagship was renamed S650.
Assembled on the same Sindelfingen line used for the S-Class, the model is targeted against the Bentley Mulsanne and Rolls-Royce Phantom.
At 5.453 meters, 17.89 feet, long with a wheelbase of 3.365 meters, 11.04 feet, 132.5 inches, it is approximately 20 centimeters, 7.9 in, longer than the long wheelbase S-Class models.
The Mercedes Maybach will be available as S500, S550 in the US, and S600 models, with 4MATIC all-wheel drive optional with the V8 engine. Acceleration is 0 to 60 miles per hour, 0 to 97 kilometers per hour, in 5.0 seconds.
The base car has several color finish options and the choice between a 3-seat rear bench, or 2 seats reclining. Options include air-conditioned, heated and massaging seats, heated armrests, a system to pump scented, ionized air around the cabin, and a 1540-watt Burmester 3D surround sound system with 24 speakers. Maybach S500 assembly in Pune, India, began in September 2015, making India the second country to produce a Maybach.
The first Mercedes Maybach concept car is the Vision Mercedes Maybach 6, a large two-door coupe with a fully electric drivetrain. The model was unveiled at the 2016 Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance. The latest concept car is Project Maybach, a Mercedes Maybach S-Class.